Was it your idea to do the salsa dance? Where did it come from? Who told you? What happened?
So for those that don't know, I'm half Puerto Rican. So I grew up, mom was Puerto Rican, grew up in a very Hispanic household. My grandmother would teach me all the dances. I make the team. It's week 3. Our coach, Mike Sullivan, he was the offensive coordinator at the time, and quarterback's coach, he was like, man, you got to do something to represent your culture, represent your heritage in the end zone. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm just trying to make sure I catch this football from this Hall of Fame quarterback right here and make sure I stay out the way, okay?
True.
And he was like, you got to dance, you got to represent in the end zone. And I was like, all right, if I get in there, I'm going to do something.
Pulled up, made my appearance. You can't sit with us without clearance. That lame shit, never let it near us. And your girl will choose my team cause you still living with your parents. Flexing on the gram with your paycheck. Stop showing off them bills you ain't paid yet. Couture 101, this ain't made yet. My gang never playing like we came off the same jet. I'ma need a section cause...
What's up, everybody? LaVar Arrington here. Yeah. I gave y'all a whole lot of false enthusiasm, but I'll tell you what I'm really enthusiastic about. My next guest, I got the Victor Cruz.
That's a little salsa right there. Got a little. You got stuck.
Yeah. No, it don't work out that way. That's right. It's Conversations with a Legend. Up on Game presents. I got my man Victor Cruz with me. What's up, bro?
What's going on,
What's going on,
man?
It's really nice to see you. Now, tell us about the fit that you got on right now,
I'm just rocking, man. My friends and family over there at KIF, man. So they just blessed me with this leather fit today. And I was like, I woke up, it was about 45 degrees. The high is supposed to be about 70, but I was like, 45 in Arizona is a little different than 45 in Jersey.
That's true.
So I'm gonna throw the shorts and the leather on.
Okay.
And then by the time I leave the spot, the weather would be appropriate.
And then you could just shed the top or however
I'll probably
you want
keep
to
the
do
top. It depends
you can still stay with
depends on the heat level. If I'm getting too hot, I can shed the top and be cool. But if not, I can keep I can rock this all day.
Did that become a New York thing when you became a Giant, the whole your fashion forward sense, or was that something that was always there?
I kind of always had it. My dad was like very fashionable dude. I remember him.
You do got like an old head, old school vibe.
Yeah,
to
man. Because I just get that. Just growing up in Jersey and growing up fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like understanding that you got to grow up fast in Patterson to understand the ropes and to make it through. You know what I'm saying? So I think that kind of always kind of lived with me. And my dad was a very fashionable dude. I remember him picking me up in like linen pants, suspenders, open shirt, and I used to be like, what? And then now, like, if my shirt is buttoned, something's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I always just carried that same energy.
I like that. I could dig that. All right, so Captain Morgan, man, you're partnered up with Captain Morgan. Tell us a little bit about the partnership. What are you getting done with this partnership that you have?
It's an amazing partnership, just really commemorating the fans. I think a lot of times we don't get a lot of chances to really give back to the fans and really acknowledge them for their fandom. So I think, Captain Morgan has done a great job of acknowledging that with Fans of the Year competitions and things like that. And this year, these guys are getting statues in front of their stadiums.
Oh, wow.
They're getting the opportunity to be on Sports Illustrated covers. All 32 Fans of the Year for their respective teams will get a SI cover.
Nice.
And then the announcement will be made tomorrow on the actual Fan of the Year for the entire NFL. And they get all the perks and stuff. I mean, it's just the things they do for the fans is absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Now, you were a fan favorite. Explain to me the importance of that, the idea that some people don't understand how important the fans are. Sometimes as players, we'll deal with certain aspects and elements of things that we're not necessarily happy about dealing with just for what the fan has represented to you. Because I get from you that you're the type of dude that they have, like I was that. Now I'm the guy that you're rooting for. Just walk me down, like how important is the fan to you?
It's incredibly important. I mean, especially, I'm a free agent and just making my way through, trying to figure out my niche on a football team and to really excel on the football field and then have fans, wrap their arms around me, have new fans come in, Spanish fans that have never watched football before are now watching football and like only because of a salsa dancing in end zone. So it's just all those things culminating just really, really let me be one with the fans and seeing them out and about and them dancing in front of me or just wanting a hug, wanting a photo. I just understood how strong that really is and how much that resonates, especially in New York City.
Yeah.
And just understanding that, just knowing that these fans are next level, man. And they're the ones, even now, post-career, they're the ones that keep you afloat. They're the ones that are going to buy your product. They're the ones that are going to come see you, talk or do a Q&A somewhere. Like, those fans grow with you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Those fans really rock with you for an entire lifetime.
Becomes your community.
Absolutely.
Was it your idea to do the salsa dance? Where did it come from? Who told you? What happened? How did it come about? What the style of it? Whatever. It was perfect to you. It was perfect to the market. It was perfect to the game. It was a signature moment in football. What's the origin?
So for those that don't know, I'm half Puerto Rican. So I grew up, mom was Puerto Rican, grew up in a very Hispanic household. My grandmother would teach me all the dances, bachata, merengue, salsa, all 9, 10, 11 years old. I'm like growling in the kitchen because why are you teaching me this? And she was like, you're going to thank me for this later. And then once fast forward, I get to the league. I'm not even thinking about the salsa at the time. I'm just thinking about, as a free agent, I'm just trying to make this squad and worry about everything else later. You know what I mean? So I make the team. It's week 3. Our coach, Mike Sullivan, he was the offensive coordinator at the time, and quarterback's coach, he was like, man, you got to do something to represent your culture, represent your heritage. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm just trying to make sure I catch this football from this Hall of Fame quarterback right here and make sure I stay out the way.
True.
And he was like, you got to dance, you got to represent in the end zone. And I was like, all right, if I get in there, I'm going to do something. And first catch of the game, 65-yard touchdown up the sideline. And I remember being at the 2-yard line, like, I gotta dance this salsa. Like, it just made sense.
Yeah.
Get in the end zone, drop the ball, start dancing. Grandmother saw it. God bless her that she was alive then. Saw it, called me, was like, yo, what was that? I was like, just a little salsa, you know what I mean, a little salsita for you.
Right.
And she was like, as long as you play in the NFL, I want you to keep doing that dance.
Wow.
And I was like, locked in.
Fire.
Yeah, 100%.
Fire. I got one more question for you, and then I'm gonna let you rock.
Okay.
I always ask the question, what does Victor Cruz, when it's all said and done, and they're speaking on you and your life, what do you want it to be that you're most remembered for? What do you want your legacy to represent?
I think I want my legacy to represent just authenticity. I just want to be real. I just want when people bring me up, they be like, man, Victor was the same guy we met in 2010 when he first got to the league to 2050 when he's not here anymore. Like, he's the same person. He never changed. He was always the same guy. And that's the authenticity that I wish for everyone. Everyone should want to be themselves wherever they go and be their authentic selves. And I think that's the biggest thing I want people to take away.
Victor Cruz, man, he's a real one, bruh. I tell you, like, I'm impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed. And, when you need an example, it's always nice to have good, clean examples. You're what they would call a good, clean example. You know what I mean? When I say clean, I mean he on G status now. He ain't the OG yet. He ain't as old as the OG, but he's heading towards it. He's definitely you on the right track.
Thank you, brother. Man.
You keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you check him out with the things that he's doing with Captain Morgan, with that partnership as well, and other things. Is there anywhere where they can go? a .com or anything for them to be able to check? You can tell the camera right now where it is that you could go if there's something that, a place to go.
Yeah, you can go to CaptainMorgan.com/fan of the year and get all the information you can to either vote for the fan of the year or just be part of the process and just join the Captain Morgan community, man. Get all your information on there and stay abreast.
Damn, there it is. That's Victor Cruz. I'm LaVar Arrington. This is Conversations with a Legend. Up On Game presents. Sponsored by PACE-O-MATIC. All right, we'll be right back.
Cause they trying to do what we do. I know I'ma make it cause I need to. Feeling like Sean, I'm the Don. She do.